AITA for not letting niece borrow my service dog. I am not op. This is a repost sub. Trigger warnings. None. Mood spoiler. Happy. Less than. I have taken the liberty of adding paragraph breaks. AITA for not letting niece borrow my service dog. Posted to r. Am I the asshole on April 24, 2023. I, 22F, have seizures and I have a service dog to help me while I am in public. I live with my boyfriend, so my dog is usually off duty while I am at home. I also have a niece, 15F, that gets seizures as well. My dog was trained by a professional dog trainer and it cost me $15,000 to get her trained. I saved up for years and my boyfriend helped me as well. 2 days ago my sister, 40F, asked if my niece could borrow my service dog for her birthday. She wants to go to the mall with a few of her friends. She is not usually allowed to go places without my sister because of her seizures. I told her that I couldn't do that. My dog is trained to respond to me and I don't know how she'd do with my niece. I also don't like the idea of having my dog in public without me and I also need my dog for my own seizures. My sister got mad and said it would only be for a few hours and that I should be willing to help out family since everyone helped me while I was growing up. She called my mom and while my mom agrees with me, she also doesn't want to upset my sister, so she wants me to let her use my dog for a few hours tomorrow. My boyfriend says I'm in the right, but I keep getting calls from family members saying I'm being selfish. So AITA? Edit. Thank you everyone. My family got into my head and made me second guess myself. But I feel more confident in my answer now. I'm going to have a conversation with my sister and see if I can help her come up with another idea for my niece. Edit 2. My niece was not aware that her mom was acting like this. So she is not being entitled. It's just my sister and some other family members. Update. Via edit. Update. Hi everyone. I just thought I'd post an update for you all. Yesterday I had my niece, sister, and mom come over. I told my niece to take control of AJ, my service dog, to see how she'd handle her. I knew she wouldn't be able to do it well, but I wanted everyone else to see too. As expected, she didn't know how to command her to do her tasks. I then sat everyone down and explained in detail how I got AJ and how she helps me. They do know from being around me, but they never really learned in detail how it works. I then offered to chaperone my niece and her friends at the mall with my boyfriend. My sister said no. She says I only wanted to do that to show off my dog. I also offered to help my niece get money for her own service dog. My sister also said no to that because she didn't want to be seen as a charity case. She then took my niece and left. My mother apologized to me and said she'd help smooth things over with my other family members. Later last night I got a call from my niece. She apologized for my sister's behavior and said that she wants me to chaperone her mall trip. She also was interested in me helping her get money for her own dog. After our call I called my sister and again offered to help. I didn't mention that my niece called me, and she hesitated but finally agreed. She says she has been feeling very overwhelmed recently and was scared about my niece's future. She apologized for the way she acted. She also said she felt jealous that I was able to get money for AJ. I took this opportunity to talk to her about raising money for a service dog, which she also finally agreed to do. Today I did take my niece to the mall and she had a good time with her friends. I also talked with her friends about what to do if someone has a seizure. My sister seemed a lot more relaxed when I brought my niece home. She didn't used to be this angry. She was very kind and pleasant when I was growing up. Her husband left her and my niece when my niece was 10 and she became a bitter person after that. Especially since he remarried and has a healthy daughter with his new wife. My mom also was able to calm down my other family members. I have been receiving apologies from them as well. Thank you everyone for helping me see I was right. This is such a positive resolution. One sister models an actual loving, adult response. She demonstrates her service dog isn't plug and play and comes up with another way to offer help. She gives some grace to her sister who has been cracking under the pressure of solo parenting a teen with a serious health condition. Everyone comes out better for it. I also have a seizure response dog, and when I saw the first post, I had to yell at nothing angrily on OOP's behalf. It is so dangerous to just send someone out with a dog without training. I spent 2.5 weeks at the organization that trained my dog, learning how to handle him, how to give him his cues, how to listen to him and get him to listen to me. On top of that, for the following 6 months, I had regular check-ins with a liaison, access to trainers, a home visit, and because it's an Assistance Dogs International compliant and partnered nonprofit, I have public access tests regularly, the first one 6 months after placement, then yearly from then on. And the sister wanted OOP to just loan out the dog like it was a cane or a walker. Yes, a service animal is medical equipment, but highly specialized. I think OOP handled this beautifully. She proved why it's more complicated than you think to handle a service dog, but also gave niece a chance to try. She went with niece, which means she had a chill adult who isn't her mom as a teen. Moms are the worst to have around, even if mom is cool. My favorite? She talked to the kids about what to do if someone has a seizure, which should help her sister feel more confident in letting her daughter out of her sight. I get the frustration and anger sister felt, though. It can be overwhelming to live with seizures and, in the case of sister and my wife, overwhelming to be a caretaker for someone. I'm sure sister felt like OOP has it all together or has it easy because she's already got things worked out for her to be independent. Now is a good time in niece's life, though, to get a service dog. Even if there's a wait list, it's likely 23 years long. So she'll likely be able to get an animal before college. I'm glad OOP checked back in with sister on it and was patient. If you're reading this comment and you or someone you love is in need of a service animal, please check out Assistance Dogs International for organizations in your area or for more information. And consider looking if you are interested in volunteering. Many of the nonprofits wouldn't function without volunteers. And how many opportunities come with puppies? I'm mostly pissed off at the sperm donor and his new wife now. Let's hope the new child doesn't get sick or disabled. OOP handled the situation with such grace and compassion. That sister really did shoot herself in the foot about 4 separate times before putting on her big girl pants and accepting the help she needed. Nice ending, but seriously? Family members berating her because she was not willing to lend a service dog who is a vital part of her well-being and safety? Were those family members ready to pay $15,000 if for whatever reason AJ went missing? Are they willing now to pay for a service dog for niece? Or are they just generous with other people's lives and dollar? She was very smart to get them all together and test if her niece could handle the dog. Even though her sister was still upset at that point, it probably helped calm her down later, seeing it's not just the dog that gets trained, but the person as well. Till kids still go to malls to hang out. All the ones near me are ghost towns of empty retail spaces with one Target at the end or something. Imagine if it was some other kind of support for a disability that wasn't cute and fluffy. How ridiculous would that sound? Can she borrow your wheelchair? Can she borrow your hearing aids? Can she borrow your cane? I'm stressed because my daughter's condition means she needs a service dog. Why won't you give me your service dog for the same condition? Surely you don't need it. But that said, I do understand the sister's motivations behind putting her daughter above Oop, even if it was the wrong thing to do. I wouldn't let a 10-year-old borrow my $15,000 car either. Service animals are not props. I never really understood why family, friends jump on the angry, hateful bandwagon in situations that they don't understand and or doesn't concern them. Good on Oop for standing up for themselves. And for showing their family their dog wasn't just something to be passed around. Especially as the dog was trained solely for them. Their niece may have had different triggers the dog wouldn't be able to detect, so may have been just as dangerous. She called my mom, and while my mom agrees with me, she also doesn't want to upset my sister, so she wants me to let her use my dog for a few hours tomorrow. Christ. This kind of thing never ceases to annoy me. I'm fully aware that this is the wrong thing. But I'm urging you to do it anyway because conflict mildly inconveniences me. Oop has some serious patience. She obviously cares very much for her niece. It excusing the sister's behavior at all. But I feel for a parent who has a child with a seizure disorder. It's scary enough to send your kid out into the world. To do so with a teen with a seizure disorder would be terrifying. I am blown away by the amount of grace shown by Oop. What a remarkable human. I don't want to be a charity case, so I'm going to try and take my sister's medical equipment for a day. Was she planning on asking for her medication too? Great update. So happy Op and Sis have worked it out and niece will be gaining more independence. I don't know the situation in the US, but my stepdaughter got an RNS, responsive neurostimulator system, a few years ago, and it has worked wonders for her seizures. She went from constant seizures to next to nothing overnight, from several absent or full-body seizures per day to one every other month or so. She got it free from the NHS. And while I'm guessing this post is from the US, it might be an idea into looking at this option locally. I'm scared for my daughter's future, so instead of taking any meaningful, long-lasting steps to help her grow into independence, I'd like to take advantage of you and risk my daughter's safety as well as the safety of your dog and medical aid in public while I'm not there. For free. No? You're the worst person ever, and now, again, instead of taking steps to actually help my child, I will start a campaign against you within the family. Whoops, I was whelmed and made a mistake.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.